Check. Hello. Yes. Are we ready? Had your breakfast? नाश्ता हो गया? अरे बोलो बेटा, तो जवाब दो अच्छे से फिर. चलो guys, are we ready? Shall we start? Come on guys, let's begin. Yes, very good morning my dear friends. दोस्तों गुड मॉर्निंग. क्या हो गया आपको आज? गुड मॉर्निंग. Right, come on. So friends, we are dealing with the concept of basic concepts. In that we discussed some interesting point yesterday. Especially we spoke about some interesting sections of 27, 29. याद है बेटा? Everybody? And apart from that, my dear friends, we also discussed what is the basic tax rates in case of default tax regime under section, which section? 115 BAC. अरे कल बात करें ना यार, ABC उल्टा है करके. स्टूडेंट इज टेलिंग सर हम लिखे नहीं. अच्छा ठीक है, आज लिखेंगे. क्लियर एवरीबॉडी? कम ऑन गाइस, टेल मी नाउ व्हाट आर द 5 पिलर्स ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी? सॉरी, लेजिस्लेचर, executive government, judiciary, press, controller and auditor general. Legislature, what do? Frame the laws. Executive government, implement the laws. Judiciary, interprets the laws. Press, echoes public opinion. C&AG, watchdog for public funds. What is the full form for C&AG? Controller and auditor general. याद है ना बेटा? It is not controller, it is controller. Good. What are the 5 sources of income tax law? Income Tax Act 1961, Income Tax Rules 1962, Annual Finance Act, Circulars and Notification, Judicial Pronouncements. Tell me guys, who gives circulars and notification? CPDT. Circular is for what purpose? Clarification. Exactly. Notification is only for notifying something, but circular is clarification. And circulars notifications are given by CBDT. CBDT stands for Central Board of Direct Taxes. Are we clear with that? Everybody? Good. Then Income Tax Act which year? 1961. Income Tax Rules which year? Now listen. Income Tax Act, what they have framed 1961, is applicable from 1/4/1962. What is that word I wrote, sir? Income Tax Act 1961 is applicable from 1/4, what my dear friends? 1962. Why? Why? Yesterday I told one point to you. There is something called PY and AY. What is PY? Previous year. That is nothing but year in which income is earned. जिस साल में पैसे कमाए उसको क्या बोलेंगे बेटा? Previous year. And what is assessment year? Assessment year is the year in which previous year income is chargeable to tax, not taxable. Chargeable to tax. फर्क है ना बेटा दोनों में? Everybody friends? So which section defines previous year? 234 and section 3 defines what is previous year. Previous year is the year in which income is earned. Assessment year defined by which section? Section 2(9). And assessment year is the year in which previous year income is chargeable to tax. सबको clear है यहाँ तक? Everybody sir? Next. What is the meaning of the word person? We understood one important point first of all, that is every assessee is a person, but every person need not be an assessee. पढ़े ना बेटा? Every assessee is a person, but every person need not be an assessee. Come on, who is a person? Which section defines? Section 2(7). नहीं भाई, 31. 231 defines who is a person. बोलो बेटा, person includes individual, HUF, firm, LLP, companies, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, एओपी, बीओआई, एजेपी, लोकल अथॉरिटी। एओपी का फुल फॉर्म क्या है बेटा? एसोसिएशन ऑफ पर्संस। बीओआई का फुल फॉर्म क्या है बेटा? बॉडी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल। अभी एओपी में बीओआई में फर्क क्या है बेटा? एओपी में आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन भी आ सकता है, बट इन बीओआई इट इज ओनली बॉडी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स हु इज अ नेचुरल पर्सन। बराबर है बेटा? एवरीबॉडी फ्रेंड्स? गुड। नेक्स्ट, इज एवरी पर्सन एन एसएससी बेटा? बोलो, इज एवरी पर्सन एन एसएससी? नो, but is every SSC a person? Now who is an SSC? Which section defines who is an SSC? Section 27 defines who is an SSC. Clear है बेटा? बोलो बेटा, क्या पढ़े हम लोग? SSC means any person liable to pay tax and includes every person in respect of whom proceedings have been taken up for assessment of his income or loss, or income or loss of such other person in respect of which he is assessable, refund due to him or such other person. Second point, deemed SSC. Third point, SSC in default. And SSC in default covers how many cases beta? 3 cases. बोलो बेटा 3 cases क्या है? Person who has not done TDS, person who has done TDS but not paid to government. Number 3, person who failed to pay advance tax or tax. Clear? I'm able to see some faces completely blank and surprising because they came today only. Don't worry, just complete all your notes. Any doubt, I'm available. I'll help you out. Don't worry. ठीक है? आप तो आए ना यार? हाँ, done. Next. चलो guys, my dear friends. Which section defines previous year? 234 and section 3 defines what is previous year. बोलो बेटा previous year क्या है? Year in which income is earned. Assessment year. Year in which previous year income is chargeable to tax. Are we clear? Everybody? I have a question. Is income tax applicable if some activity is done inside water? Why? It's covered in definition of India. India को define करें ना बेटा? Which section defines India? 225A. बोलो बेटा, India covers what? Territory, territorial waters, seabed and subsoil underlying such water, continental shelf and exclusive economic zone, airspace above territory and territorial waters. And territorial waters is up to 12 nautical miles, and 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.852 kilometers. बराबर है ना बेटा? चलो सब लोग देख के बोलो वापस इंडिया का डेफिनेशन। याद है तो बिना देख के बोलो, याद नहीं है तो देख के बोलो, बट आई वांट आंसर। विच सेक्शन डिफाइंस इंडिया? 225A. परफेक्ट आंसर आई वांट। इंडिया कवर्स टेरिटरी, टेरिटोरियल वाटर्स, seabed and subsoil underlying such water, continental shelf or exclusive economic zone, and airspace about territory and territorial waters. एग्जाम में जाके इंडिया मीन्स लैंड वाटर एयर मत लिखो। समझ में आया ना बेटा इंडिया का डेफिनेशन? पक्का सबको क्लियर है बेटा? एवरीबॉडी फ्रेंड्स? नाउ फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23-24, is this PY or AY? How? It is PY for AY 24-25. It is AY for PY 22-23. बराबर है ना बेटा? अब मुझे बताओ बेटा अपने एग्जाम के लिए कौन सा फाइनेंस एक्ट एप्लीकेबल है बेटा? 2023. That means for our exam previous year is 23-24. Assessment year is 24-25. Clear friends? Today we are going to solve some very interesting questions, and everywhere whenever we are solving we'll put the heading computation of tax liability for assessment year 24-25, because for our exam it is previous year 23-24, assessment year 24-25. सबको clear है बेटा यहाँ तक? Everybody friends? चलो one last time tell me now what is section 27 बेटा? SSC 29 225A बेटा? बोलो इंडिया covers what? territory, territorial waters, seabed and subsoil underlying such water, continental shelf and exclusive economic zone, airspace about territory and territorial waters. Excellent. फुल फ्लो में आ गया ना, गाना म्यूजिक चल रहा है ना, क्लियरली टोन समझ में आ गया ना. तो इतना पढ़ने के बाद बाहर जाके मत बोलो इंडिया मीन्स टेरिटरी, टेरिटोरियल एयर्स. टेरिटोरियल एयर्स नहीं है वो, टेरिटोरियल. तो प्लीज बचाओ. क्लियर माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? गुड. 231 person, 234 section 3 previous year. यहां तक सबको क्लियर है बेटा? Everybody friends? चलो, now listen. What are the 5 heads of income, my dear friends? Capital gains, other sources. बोलो, वापस बोलो. Salaries, house property, PGBP, capital gains, other sources. PGBP का फुल फॉर्म क्या है बेटा? Profits and gains from business or profession. Correct, my dear friends? Now a question. Whatever income expert is getting from taking coaching classes, where will expert show? PGBP, of course. Correct, no friends? Whatever remuneration Shiva Teja is getting, where will you show? No, I am not an employee, so professional only I am working, so I will come under PGBP. If I am working as an employee, salaries. समझ गए? Good, clarity है आपको. Are clear with this? All 5 heads of income combined together, what do we call it, beta? From that we reduce what? Deductions under chapter 6. The balance what we get is, this total income is rounded off to nearest multiple of 10 rupees. Which section? 28 A. And on this total income we'll calculate tax, and for tax also we'll round off. For that it is 288 B. Getting clarity everybody? All of us, my dear friends, please reply. पक्का सबको समझ में आया ये कॉन्सेप्ट? एवरीबॉडी? चलो, लास्ट पॉइंट, व्हाट डिड वी राइट यस्टरडे? डेफिनेशन ऑफ इंडिया. चलो नीचे लिखो. Put the heading steps for computation of tax payable. Steps for computation of what, beta? Tax payable. Step 1. Step 1. Determine रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस. बोला तो मैं आपको ये याद है क्या बेटा? इन इनकम टैक्स वी कॉल हिम एज रेसिडेंट, नॉन रेसिडेंट. रेसिडेंट का टैक्स अलग है, नॉन रेसिडेंट का टैक्स अलग है. नाउ हाउ विल ए पर्सन बिकम रेसिडेंट, हाउ विल ए पर्सन बिकम नॉन रेसिडेंट, दैट वी विल लर्न इन सेकंड चैप्टर. सेकंड चैप्टर में पढ़ते एक बंदा रेसिडेंट कब बनेगा, एक बंदा नॉन रेसिडेंट कब बनेगा. ठीक है ना बेटा? अपने को ऐसा लगता है अगर इंडिया में बैठा है तो रेसिडेंट, फॉरेन में बैठा है तो नॉन रेसिडेंट, बट दैट इज ओनली योर फीलिंग्स एंड emotions, but that won't work. We want only sections and subsections. Wonderful. Step 1 क्या लिखा बेटा? Determine residential status. Step 2. Income is ascertained. Income is ascertained and classified into income is ascertained and classified into 5 heads of income. Five heads of income. That is what beta? Salaries, comma house property, salaries, house property, comma PGBP, salaries, house property, PGBP, comma capital gains, and income from what beta? Other sources. Clear? Step 3. All incomes combined together. All incomes combined together. All incomes combined together is known as gross total income. Bracket section 14. Section 14, 1-4. Section 14 says gross total income means all 5 heads of income combined together is gross total income. Clear? Which step over? Step 4. Deductions under chapter 6A. Deductions under chapter 6A. Deductions under chapter 6A is reduced from what beta? Gross total income. And the balance is known as reduced from gross total income, and the balance is known as total income. Bracket, please write in the bracket, as per section 288A. Correct, no friends? As per section 288A. Friends, we know, right? 288A. अरे क्या हो बेटा? Rounding off. As per section 288A, comma, total income is rounded off. As per section 288A, total income is rounded off to nearest multiple of total income is rounded off to nearest multiple of what beta? 10 rupees. Done. How many steps over? Last step, step 5. Tax is computed on total income. On total income, full stop. From the tax payable we will reduce bolo we will reduce TDS and advance tax. We will reduce TDS and advance tax, and the balance, if any, shall be payable, or what beta? Refundable. Then write one note below. Note, as per section 288A, 288B. 288B का tax payable shall be rounded off. Tax payable shall be rounded off to nearest multiple of. Tax payable shall be rounded off to nearest multiple of. Tax payable shall be rounded off to nearest multiple of what better? 10 rupees. 10 rupees. Underline that sections 288A and 288B. Friends, are we clear to this point, everybody? दोस्तों बताओ. So step 1 is what? क्या करेंगे सबसे पहले? We'll determine residential status. Then we'll calculate what is the income and classify that income into 5 heads of income. What are 5 heads of income? Salaries, house property, PGBP, capital gains, other sources. And all 5 heads of income combined together, what do we call it? Gross total income. From that we reduce what? Deductions under chapter 6A. The balance what we get is total income. And that total income we will round off to nearest multiple of 10 rupees. Clear, my dear friends? And on that total income we will calculate tax payable. And from that we will reduce TDS and advance tax. The balance, if any, payable shall be rounded off to nearest multiple of 10 rupees as per section 288B. That's it. सबको समझ में आई ये चीज? Everybody, sir? सर एडवांस टैक्स का मतलब है, मैं आपको कल बताया था, प्रीवियस ईयर में ही थोड़ा थोड़ा इंस्टॉलमेंट में टैक्स पे करना पड़ता है. कितना इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में पे करना है, क्या पे करना है, वी विल स्टडी सेपरेटली. देयर इज अ चैप्टर कॉल्ड एडवांस टैक्स. एडवांस टैक्स मींस टैक्स इज पेड इन एडवांस. कितना पे करना है, किसको पे करना है, दैट विल स्टडी. ठीक है, जब वो चैप्टर में जाएंगे तब पढ़ेंगे. दोस्तों क्लियर है यहाँ तक? बेटा बोलो. एवरीबॉडी come on, tell me guys. Yesterday we discussed that for individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, they have got 2 options. Option 1, pay tax under default tax regime under section 115 BAC. Second option what they have is opt out of default and pay tax as per optional tax regime. बेटा समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? चलो, what are the 2 options? Number 1, default tax regime with section 115 BAC. अगर उनको लगता है 115 BAC अच्छा नहीं है, can they walk out? Speak out. If they walk out, they'll pay tax as per what? Optional tax regime. What is optional tax regime? That we will talk. Don't worry. Now tell me friends, default tax regime में tax rates क्या है बेटा? 3 lakh? Above 15 lakh, 25%, 30%. Correct, my dear friends? This is the tax rate in what regime? Default tax regime under which section 115 BAC. And this is applicable to whom? Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. So companies are not covered here. Partnership firm is not covered here. Cooperative society is not covered here. Company also is not covered. LLP भी covered नहीं है. सबको क्लियर है यहाँ तक? बेटा बोलो. एवरीबॉडी? लोकल अथॉरिटी भी नहीं आएगा. And this case, my dear friends, in default tax regime, certain deductions and exemptions, are what beta? Not allowed. In what regime? default tax regime. Sir, what they told the income tax law is that in case of individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, you have got two methods to pay tax. One, default tax regime under section 115 BAC. अगर आप 115 BAC के अंदर टैक्स पे कर रहे हैं, आपको हम थोड़े डिडक्शंस एग्जम्पशंस नहीं देंगे. समझ में आ रहा बेटा? बेटा बोलो. बट अगर आप बोलते हैं मेरे को डिफॉल्ट में नहीं रहना है, मेरे को ऑप्शनल टैक्स पे करना है, तो उधर डिडक्शन एग्जम्पशन मिलेगा क्या? बोलो. डेफिनेटली डिडक्शन एग्जम्पशन सब कुछ मिलेगा. किसमें? ऑप्शनल टैक्स रिजीम में. बट ऑप्शनल टैक्स रिजीम में डेफिनेटली टैक्स रेट्स ज्यादा रहेंगे. कॉमन सेंस की बात है ना बेटा? अगर टैक्स रेट भी कम है, डिडक्शंस भी मिल रहा है, एग्जम्पशन भी मिल रहा है, कौन फॉलो करेगा 115 BAC? सब लोग बोलेंगे ऑप्शनल ऑप्शनल ऑप्शनल. करेक्ट नो फ्रेंड्स? एवरीबॉडी? सिंपल सी बात है. सबको समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? एवरीवन सर? चलो फर्स्ट लेट अस कंप्लीट डिफॉल्ट टैक्स रिजीम विद सेक्शन 115 BAC. What are the slab rates? Up to 3 lakhs, nil. 3 lakh to 6 lakhs, 5%. 6 to 9, 10%. 9 to 12, 15%. 12 to 15, 20%. Above 15, 30%. And did I say anything called there is a different tax rate for male, different tax rate for female? ऐसा बोला क्या मैं कुछ? Did I say that tax rate is different for minors, tax rate is different for major? Did I say that? Tax rate is different for non-senior citizen, tax rate is different for senior citizen. Did I say that? Speak out beta. No, but let me tell you my dear friends, in optional tax regime, chalo beta, which tax regime? Optional tax regime. In optional tax regime, my dear friends, we have got 3 categories. Number 1, normal. Number 2, senior. Number 3, super senior. Is there any category like this in default tax regime? Default tax regime सबको कॉमन है बेटा. उसमें सीधा कोई भी आदमी हो, कितना भी एज हो, 3 लाख तक 0, 3 से 6 लाख तक 5%, 6 से 9, 9 से 12, 15, 12 से 15, 20, एबो 15 lakhs, 30%. बात क्लियर है ना बेटा? अभी मुझे बोलो आपको क्या लग रहा है, ऑप्शनल टैक्स में रेट ऑफ टैक्स ज्यादा रहेगा कम रहेगा? क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे डिडक्शन और एग्जम्पशन दे रहे. जो डिडक्शन एग्जम्पशन डिफॉल्ट में नहीं मिल रहा है वो सब यहाँ पे मिल रहा है ना. अगर यहाँ पे टैक्स रेट कम है तो हर बंदा इसमें जाएगा ना. बराबर है ना बेटा? अभी आप मुझे बताओ, लिखने से पहले ही पूछता हूं मैं, थिंक प्रॉपर्ली एंड टेल. सर शिव तेजा, आई डोंट हैव मच ऑफ डिडक्शंस एंड एग्जम्पशंस. ज्यादा नहीं है मेरे पास, थोड़ा ही है डिडक्शन एग्जम्पशन. अब आप मुझे बताओ, मुझे डिफॉल्ट में पे करना चाहिए, ऑप्शनल में पे करना चाहिए? हाँ, डिफॉल्ट. अगर मेरे पास खतरनाक एग्जम्पशन डिडक्शन है, ऑप्शनल. कब किधर जाना चाहिए? वी विल टेक सम एग्जांपल्स एंड अंडरस्टैंड. यस्टरडे टाइम वाज नॉट सफिशिएंट बट टुडे वी विल डू इट. क्लियर है बेटा? चलो सुनो बेटा, नॉर्मल में टैक्स रेट्स क्या है? अप टू 2.5 lakhs, nil. And normal means what is the age? 0 to 59. 0 to 59. Senior means 60 to 79. So exact 60, which category? Senior. 79, senior. Super senior, 80 and above. जब तक है जान. समझ गए ना बेटा? बोलो बेटा. चलो नॉर्मल में टैक्स रेट क्या है, वापस आ जाओ. अप टू 2.5 lakhs, nil. नेक्स्ट 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakh at the rate of 5%. Clear? Next 5 lakh to 10 lakh at the rate of straight away 20%. Straight away 20%. ऑब्वियस की बात है यार कि इधर टैक्स रेट ज्यादा रहेंगे क्योंकि आपको एग्जेम्पशन डिडक्शन मिल रहा है. बेटा बराबर है ना बेटा? सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना बेटा? नेक्स्ट अबाउट 10 lakhs, स्ट्रेट अवे 30%. अभी मुझे बताओ डिफॉल्ट टैक्स रेजिम 115 BAC में 30% चालू कब हुआ? 15 लाख के ऊपर. बट इधर 10 लाख के ऊपर 30% आ गया. फर्क समझ में आ रहा है ना बेटा आपको? Everybody friends? Now, in senior citizen, my dear friends, up to 3 lakhs nil, 3 lakh to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, greater than 10 lakh 30%. समझ में आ रहा बेटा? अब मुझे बताओ नॉर्मल में सीनियर में फर्क क्या है? नॉर्मल का 2.5 लाख लिमिट है, सीनियर का 3 लाख, और 2.5 लाख 3 लाख को क्या बोलते हैं हम? बेसिक एग्जम्पशन लिमिट. ये पूरे स्लैब्स रेट बोलेंगे, बट जो 2.5 लाख तक है उसको क्या बोलेंगे हम? बेसिक एग्जम्पशन लिमिट. बेसिक एग्जम्पशन लिमिट. सबको समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? नेक्स्ट, सुपर सीनियर सिटीजन, क्या लग रहा है आपको? Up to 5 lakhs nil, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 5%, good. 20%, about 10 lakh सीधा 30%. समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? बोलो नॉर्मल का बेसिक एग्जम्पशन लिमिट कितना है? 2.5. सीनियर का बेसिक एग्जम्पशन लिमिट कितना है? 3 lakhs. सुपर सीनियर का बेसिक एग्जम्पशन लिमिट कितना है? 5 lakhs. सबको समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Now I'll ask you one question. Is optional better or default better? Depends on exemptions and deductions. Straight away answer is depends on exemptions and deductions. सबको clear है? Everybody sir? चलो start writing in the book. Write down. Put the heading. Please put the heading tax rates for tax rates for individual, HUF, AOP, tax rates for individual, HUF, AOP, BOI and AJP. Clear? Everybody? Come on, take this table. Now, what is the deduction exemption which is not allowed? That we'll understand separately. क्या नहीं मिलेगा वो देखते हैं अलग से. Finish writing? Yes. Write one note below. Tax rates under default tax regime. Tax rates under default tax regime. Tax rates under default tax regime is irrespective of tax rates under default tax regime is irrespective of age. Irrespective of age. Age. समझ गए बेटा आप लोग? Everybody, all of us. Next note. Whether to opt out of default tax regime or not whether to opt out of default tax regime or not depends upon income, comma exemptions, incomes, comma exemptions, and what beta? Deductions. Friends, clear? Everybody? Chalo, take this now. Optional tax regime. So exact 60 years, which category? Senior. Exact 80. Super senior. Clear? Everybody, right below. In optional tax regime, note, in optional tax regime, comma, tax rates for HUF, tax rates for HUF, AOP, tax rates for HUF, comma AOP, comma BOI, comma AJP, AOP, BOI, AJP, and non-resident individual. What individual, beta? Non-resident individual. Now, how will a fellow become non-resident? That we will learn in second chapter. And non-resident individual, irrespective of age. And non-resident individual, irrespective of age, is covered under is covered under first category, is covered under first category, that is normal. First category, that is normal. So clear everybody, all of us friends? Now listen, next point to listen. Sir, whether it is default tax regime or it is optional tax regime, default tax regime or it is what, my dear friends? Assessee is required to pay HEC, which stands for Health and Education Cess. Health and what, beta? Education Cess. So cess is nothing but a tax only, but any tax collected by the government for a special purpose is known as cess. समझ में आ रहा है सबको बेटा? वापस रिपीट करूंगा मैं, कोई भी टैक्स गवर्नमेंट कलेक्ट कर रहा है स्पेसिफिक पर्पस के लिए, उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे बेटा? सेस. व्हाट इज द सेस? हेल्थ एंड एजुकेशन सेस at the rate of 4% of tax payable. Are we getting clarity, everybody? All of us, my dear friends, speak out. Take this point. I'll give some questions you have to solve. समझ गए बेटा एवरीवन? चलो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. Mr. X, aged 30 years, having total income of 18 lakhs 10,000 and intends to pay tax under optional tax regime. क्वेश्चन सबको समझ में आया बेटा? एवरीबॉडी? चलो कैलकुलेट. राइट द क्वेश्चन, देन कैलकुलेट द आंसर. हो या 3 lakhs 52. Somebody is telling 2 lakhs change. क्या हो रहा है भाई? चेक. से ऐड किया गया, चेक करते हैं. हो गया बेटा? कितना आया? कितना है बेटा? 2,74,000, 3,64,000. Oh my god. सेस ऐड किए क्या आप लोग? सेस सेस थ्री सिक्स नाइन सेवन टू जीरो. सेम आंसर आपका अलग है ना? चलो बेटा कैसा करेंगे? अप टू the rate of how much? So समझ में आ रहा ना बेटा? स्लैब रेट्स. नेक्स्ट कितना? 243. 3 lakhs. Somebody is telling online 352. नहीं बेटा गलत है, चेक कर ले. HC कितना है? 14,000. चलो what is the final tax payable? That's it. क्या बेटा? सर अबाउट 10 lakhs मतलब कितना है बेटा? 8,10,000. 8,10,000 का 30%, 2,43 बराबर ही है. गुड ऑनलाइन फ्रेंड्स, गुड. चलो सर क्लियर है एवरीबॉडी? सेकंड क्वेश्चन आप लिख दे क्या आंसर? हु इज राइटिंग? ठीक है लिख लो. आई वेट फॉर 1 minute. राइट लिख लो आंसर. रेडी? सेकंड क्वेश्चन. मिस्टर ए, a resident, Mr. A resident, age 64, age 64 is having total income of 11,12,500. 11,12,500 after claiming deductions of 1,50,000. After claiming deductions under which section, sir? 1,50,000. He's claimed deduction. Clear, my dear friends? After claiming deduction of 1,50,000, which is which is not allowed under default tax regime. Clear, my dear friends? Everybody, compute tax payable under section 115 BAC and also under optional tax regime. क्वेश्चन समझ में आए ना बेटा? सबको क्लियर है? एवरीबडी, चलो डू इट गाइस, कम ऑन. Last 2 minutes. Which is better? Which one is better? Default is better. Optional is better. Clear? Tell me guys. Under default, we'll compute tax payable on what figure? 12,65,500. Understood, right? Everybody, guys, please reply. बेटा समझ में आ रहा है क्या? क्योंकि 1.5 लाख डिडक्शन नहीं मिलेगा ना डिफॉल्ट में, उसके लिए उसको ऐड बैक कर रहे हैं अपन. वो 1.5 लाख डिडक्शन नहीं मिलेगा, इससे टोटल इनकम को हम ऐड बैक कर रहे हैं 1.5 लाख रुपए. क्लियर है? चलो, व्हाट इज द टैक्स? What is that 4% called as? HEC. HEC stands for Health and Education Cess. समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? टोटल गलत है क्या? बोलो. अरे यार टोटल आप लोग देख के बोलो यार, क्या है? 1 लाख? Cess. नहीं, 4% कितना है बेटा? 4,000, 1,06,000. This is a tax payable under default tax regime. हाँ, 65,500 का 20% कितना रहे? ये 1265 नहीं है क्या? अरे यार क्या यार आप लोग, प्लीज कैलकुलेशन यू हैव टू चेक. कितना है? व्हाट इज टोटल? सेस कितना है टोटल? That's it. This is a story of tax payable under what, my dear friends? Default tax regime. Which section? 115 BAC. Are we fully clear with this? Everybody, sir? चलो, समझ में आया ना बेटा? सबको क्लियर है ना ये बात? एवरीवन? अरे यार बेटा बोलो ना यार प्लीज. चलो, ऑप्शनल टैक्स. Will compute tax payable on what beta? 11 lakhs. चलो बोलो टैक्स पेबल कितना आया? फाइनल आंसर यू टेल. आफ्टर सेस 1 लाख. ऑनलाइन सम स्टूडेंट इज टेलिंग 1,50,000 to 100. पता नहीं कैसा आया फिर. ये बराबर है क्या? सो विच वन विल यू पे? डिफॉल्ट, बिकॉज दैट इज बेटर. डिडक्शन माइनस होने के बाद ही फिगर है ना ये. क्वेश्चन में क्या लिखे अपन? टोटल इनकम आफ्टर क्लेमिंग डिडक्शन. क्लियर है ना बेटा? एवरीबॉडी? चलो नेक्स्ट, वन मोर क्वेश्चन, डू इट. डेटो. मिस्टर रमेश, age 84. Mr. Ramesh, age 84, is a non-resident. Sorry, Mr. Ramesh, age 84, is a non-resident. Clear, my dear friends? Full stop. His gross total income is his gross total income is 9,90,000. 9,90,000. 990,000. Okay, full stop. Deductions allowed. Under optional tax regime. Deduction allowed under optional tax regime is 1,20,000. Is 1,20,000. Compute tax payable by choosing wise option. WISE, wise option मतलब क्या होता? जिसमें कम है वो अच्छा है. अरे बराबर है ना बेटा? Wise option is wise decision. Which one is less, that will follow. Clear है? चलो बेटा करो, do it. चलो बताओ बेटा, डिफॉल्ट टैक्स regime, what is the income? How much is tax including HSC? Everybody same answer? All of us? नहीं, अलग आंसर आया, बोलो क्या किया? हाँ, डिडक्शन ऐड क्यों किया? वो तो ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम है ना, लेस क्यों करेंगे? डिफॉल्ट टैक्स regime है ना, डिफॉल्ट में डिडक्शन आता ही नहीं ना, समझा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? अरे क्वेश्चन में क्या लिखा है? ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम लिखा है, टोटल इनकम लिखा है? ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम, ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम मीन्स व्हाट? बिफोर डिडक्शंस, बराबर है? जब हम डिफॉल्ट टैक्स regime कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, डिफॉल्ट टैक्स regime अपने को डिडक्शंस आता ही नहीं, तो मतलब टैक्स किस पे निकालना है अपने को? ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम। समझ रहा क्या? एवरीबॉडी गेटिंग क्लैरिटी ऑन द स्पॉट, ऑल ऑफ अस गाइस? चलो बेटा, व्हाट इज टैक्स इंक्लूडिंग एचएससी? सेम फिगर? Optional tax regime. What is total income, guys? 8 lakhs. What is his age? 84. तो क्या करेंगे? Up to? Wrong answer. It is up to 2.5 lakhs nil. क्यों? Non-resident. That senior, super senior story will come only in case of resident. If he is non-resident, we wrote one note that non-resident, irrespective of age, is always under normal category. Note लिखे ना बेटा? Everybody. चलो, 2.5 lakhs nil. Next. $86. That's it. Are we clear with this concept, everybody? Guys, please reply. Everyone, sir. Beta batao. Now see one interesting point. क्या हो जाता है? Just 1 second. It's not connecting. Okay. Anyways, so are we clear with this concept of how do we calculate tax under default tax regime and optional tax regime? बेटा सबको समझ में आया क्या ये कहानी? Everybody. So one last question you solve, then we'll close with this topic. Then we'll discuss something else. So right. Mr. Suresh. Resident. Mr. Suresh, a resident, age 64. Resident age 64 is having gross total income. Is having gross total income of 27 lakhs. Full stop. Deductions allowed. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime is 4 lakhs. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime is 4 lakhs. Okay. Compute. Tax payable under both regimes and decide which one is better. That do it. Last 2 minutes. I think we have got some very good clarity now by so many examples. Yes, चलो बेटा बोलो, डिफॉल्ट में कितना इनकम? 5 lakhs, 5,30,400. ठीक है, 27, कितना है टैक्स? 5 lakhs, इसके बाद ना इनकम 5 lakh. वाव, विच वन इज बेटर? तब से ऐसा आंसर आ रहा था डिफॉल्ट बेटर था, इस बार देखो ऑप्शनल बेटर है डिडक्शन की वजह से. तो अगर आपसे कोई पूछे कि डिफॉल्ट बेटर है ऑप्शनल बेटर है, आप सीधा नहीं बोल सकते यही अच्छा है. वो डिपेंड करेगा कितना एग्जाम्शन है, कितना डिडक्शन है, कितना इनकम है, उस बेसिस पे हम कैलकुलेट करके कंपेयर करेंगे कौन सा अच्छा है. आप सीधा ये नहीं बोल सकते कि ऑप्शनल अच्छा है, या सीधा ये नहीं बोल सकते कि डिफॉल्ट अच्छा है. वो डिपेंड करेगा इनकम पे, डिडक्शन पे, एग्जाम्शन पे. आर वी क्लियर एवरीबॉडी फ्रेंड्स, ऑल ऑफ अस? चलो नाउ लिसन फ्रेंड्स, what is the difference between the word exemption and deduction? Listen very clearly. Exempted incomes are those incomes. Exempted incomes are what, sir? Those incomes which will not form part of total income. चलो फ्रेंड्स, exempted income are what, sir? Those incomes which will not form part of total income. Classic example, agricultural income. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा everybody? So exempted income means what income? Those which will not form part of total income. Deductions are those which are reduced from gross total income. Now this deduction is of two types. This deduction is of two types. Type number 1, payment based deduction. Example, life insurance. हमने अगर लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लिया, या तो हमने क्या लिया बेटा? मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस. दोनों में फर्क है ना बेटा? बेटा बोलो. So one is deduction based on what, sir? Payment. This will be directly reduced from what beta? Gross total income. This is directly reduced from gross total income. Are we clear with this? But other side, deductions which are based on incomes earned. Deductions which are based on what beta? Incomes earned. I repeat again, deductions which are based on incomes earned. What we will do is, first we will add it to gross total income and then claim deduction. First we will add it to what, sir? Friends, what is that we are trying to understand? What is the difference between exemption and deduction? What is exemption? Exempted incomes are those incomes which will not form part of total income. सर सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना बेटा? I mean I have little bit cold, so slightly voice is coming different. But आपको सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना बेटा? Exactly. So exempted incomes are those incomes which will not form part of total income. But deductions, my dear friends, these deductions are given under chapter 6A. ये पता है ना बेटा अपने को? उसमें दो तरीके का डिडक्शन है बेटा. एक तो पेमेंट बेस्ड, मतलब जो हम खर्चा करें उस हिसाब से डिडक्शन मिलेगा. जैसे लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस, 80C, 80D, वैसे डिडक्शन मिलता है. कोई सुने क्या इस बारे में? कौन सुने? कहाँ पे सुना बेटा? अच्छा, आप आर्टिकलशिप में फाइलिंग करें. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? तो डिडक्शन इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स. वन इज पेमेंट बेस्ड. पेमेंट बेस्ड मतलब जो हमने खर्चा किया उस बेस पे डिडक्शन मिलेगा. क्लियर है ना बेटा? दूसरा क्या है? बेस्ड ऑन incomes earned. So first we will add it to gross total income, then we will claim deduction. And the classic example for income based deduction is, my dear friends, listen very, very clearly. 80 TTA, 80 TTB. वो सेक्शन नंबर है बेटा, वो सेक्शन नंबर है 80 TTA, 80 TTB. 80 TTA is basically deduction for interest on savings bank account. Friends, you all have savings bank account? आप सबके पास सेविंग्स बैंक अकाउंट है ना बेटा? सेविंग्स बैंक में करंट अकाउंट में फर्क क्या है? सेविंग में इंटरेस्ट आता है, करंट में इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता है. करंट इज बेसिकली फॉर बिजनेस पर्पस. करेक्ट नो फ्रेंड्स? So what is the point is that in case of interest on savings bank account, deduction is allowed under section 80 TTA, and the deduction is interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. Interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. Which section all this? 80 TTA. Deduction for what? Interest on savings bank account. बोलो बेटा कितना मिलेगा डिडक्शन? इंटरेस्ट और 10,000, whichever is lower. सबको क्लियर है ये बात? नेक्स्ट लाइन यू सी. 80 TTB is applicable for resident senior citizen. Resident where interest on any deposits, any savings bank or FD or recurring deposit. सुने क्या recurring deposit? हर मंथ थोड़ा 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 करके डिपॉजिट करते जाते अपन, बराबर है ना बेटा? इसका डिडक्शन मिलेगा. एंड डिडक्शन इज इक्वल टू इंटरेस्ट और 50,000, whichever is lower. समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? दोस्तों, tell me now, I'll give an example, don't worry. Exemption में deduction में फर्क क्या है बेटा? Exempted incomes are those incomes which will not form part of total income, and deductions are those which are reduced from gross total income. And deductions is of two types. One, payment based, second, income based. Payment based क्या करेंगे बेटा? सीधा का सीधा लेस करेंगे. Example, life insurance, medical insurance. But deduction is based on income. क्या करेंगे? पहले इनकम में लेंगे, फिर डिडक्शन में लेंगे. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Everybody, sir, all of us. I'll give a small example. Listen, sir, Shiva Teja, salary income 0. Okay. House property income, let us say 6 lakhs. PGBP, let us say 8 lakhs. Capital gains 0. ठीक है दोस्तों? And I have interest on savings bank account 12,000 and interest on FD 14,000. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? बोलो इनकम कितना होगा फिर? 14 lakhs less deduction under चैप्टर 6. बोलो बेटा कौन सा अप्लाई करेंगे? 80 TTA करेंगे, 80 TTB करेंगे? TTA वाई? नहीं, TTB is only for senior citizen, and Shiva Teja is not senior citizen. Okay, yeah. So for Shiva Teja, 80 TTB will not come, 80 TTA will come. चलो कितना आएगा डिडक्शन? Interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. 14 lakhs 16,000. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Speak out, my dear friends. So what is the difference between exemption and deduction? Exempted incomes are those income which will not form part of your total income, and deductions are those which are reduced from gross total income. And there are two types of deduction. One, income payment based. Second, income based. पेमेंट बेस्ड है तो क्या करेंगे? सीधा लेस करेंगे. इनकम बेस्ड है तो पहले इनकम दिखाएंगे फिर डिडक्शन लेंगे. सबको समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? एवरी वन सर, ऑल ऑफ अस. चलो, प्लीज पुट साइड हेडिंग, प्लीज पुट वन हेडिंग, डिफरेंस बिटवीन एग्जम्पशन एंड डिडक्शन. समझ में आया ना बेटा? नहीं समझ में आया? क्या नहीं समझ में आया बेटा? बोलो ना, कौन सा पॉइंट नहीं समझे बेटा? 80 TTA क्या है वो पूछ रहे क्या? 80 TTA gives deduction for interest on savings bank account for other than senior citizen. If it is senior citizen, 80 TTB will give deduction, and 80 TTA के अंदर लिमिट है इंटरेस्ट और 10,000 whichever is lower. 80 TTB के अंदर लिमिट है इंटरेस्ट और 50,000 whichever is lower. Since it is interest income, first we have taken income, then we have taken deduction. समझे क्या? Done. क्या लिखा बेटा? डिफरेंस बिटवीन exemption and deduction. First point. Exempted incomes are those incomes exempted incomes are those incomes exempted incomes are those incomes which will not form part of exempted incomes are those incomes which will not form part of what sir? Total income. Which will not form part of total income. Next line. Acha, wait, before that write one example. Example, section 10(1), 10 bracket 1. ठीक है? Put a hyphen and write. Please put one dash and write agricultural income. What income, friends? Agricultural income. Agricultural income from a land in India agricultural income from a land in India is exempt. Agricultural income from a land in India is exempt. Clear, no friends? Next point. Deductions are those which are reduced from gross total income. Full stop. Continue. There are two types of deduction. There are two types of deduction. That is payment based or income based. Payment based or income based. Next line. If it is payment based, then it is directly reduced. If it is payment based, then it is directly reduced from gross total income. It is directly reduced from gross total income. Example, 80C, 80C. Put a hyphen, put a dash. Life insurance premium. life insurance premium. Life insurance premium, comma 80D. 80D, D for Delhi. 80D, put a hyphen, put a dash, medical insurance premium. Medical insurance premium. Clear? Next point. Next point. In case of income based deduction, in case of what better? Income based deduction, comma, it is first included in the gross total income. It is first included in gross total income, and then deduction is claimed. And then deduction is claimed. Example, बोलो बेटा, फर्स्ट वाला पॉइंट क्या है बेटा? 80TTA, put one dash, 80TTA, interest on savings bank account. TTA, interest on savings bank account, where the deduction is interest, where the deduction is interest or 10,000. Interest or 10,000, whichever is what beta? Lower. Interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. Example 2. 80TTB. 80TTB, put one dash, applicable to resident senior citizen. Applicable to resident senior citizen in respect of interest on any deposits. Clear? Right below. Deduction is equal to interest or 50,000. 50,000, 50. Interest of 50,000, whichever is lower. Clear? Everybody, my dear friends? Chalo beta, come on, tell me now, what is section 27? Speak out. 29, 225A, 231, 234, section 3, previous year. Correct, no friends? What is section 288A, 288B, section 14, check, gross total income. All 5 heads of income combined together, we call it as gross total income. What is section 80TTA? interest on savings bank account. How much is deduction? Interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. What is ATTTB? Interest on any deposit, but applicable only to a resident senior citizen. Clear? And TTB, what is covered is only interest on any deposit. But TTA, what is covered is only interest on savings bank account. So clear and A points? Guys, reply. Everybody? Now listen. Yeah. Same. Senior includes super senior. Are barabar hai na beta? Guys, next. Listen. Sir, there is one person, Mr. X. Total income, no deductions, is equal to 6 lakhs. Okay? And he is paying tax under default tax regime. Clear, beta? Friends, reply. How do we calculate tax for him? Up to 3 lakhs. Total is 15,000. Correct, my dear friends? Now we have got one fantastic concept, something very, 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 very important, that is known as rebate under section 87A. Rebate is something like a benefit. Rebate is nothing but a benefit given under which section? 87A. What they told in the law is that this rebate is only for resident individual whose total income does not exceed 7 lakhs. Whose total income does not exceed 7 lakhs. And they'll give a rebate. And they'll give a rebate which is equal to tax payable or 25,000, whichever is lower. So getting my point, everybody? Friends, come on, reply. Rebate is given in which section? 87A. It's applicable to whom? Resident individual whose total income does not exceed 7 lakhs. How much is tax payable? How much is rebate? Tax payable or 25,000, whichever is lower. Abhi, in this example, my dear friends, what is the rebate we'll get? And tax payable will become nil. So rebate is like a great benefit what income tax department is giving. That is why practically we say up to 7 lakhs there is no tax. If people have got income up to 7 lakhs, their tax will become 0. Why? Assume it is exact 7 lakhs. What will happen? Up to 3 lakh, tax is 0. 3 lakh to 6 lakh, 5%, which is 15,000. Bolo beta. 6 lakh to 7 lakh, 10%, that is 10,000. 15 plus 10, 25,000. How much is the rebate? 25,000. Tax payable will become 0. So getting my points? Everybody, sir? So friends, rebate concept is given which section? 87A. Rebate is applicable to whom? Resident individual whose total income does not exceed, and rebate is tax payable or 25,000, whichever is lower. Clear, friends? And this concept is only in default tax regime. But let us say if a person is paying tax under optional tax regime, rebate is applicable to a resident individual whose total income does not exceed 5 lakhs. And the rebate is tax payable or 12,500, whichever is lower. Why 12,500? Because if income is exact 5 lakhs, what will happen? 2.5 लाख तक तो जीरो है बेटा, बोलो ना. 2.5 लाख तक जीरो है. 2.5 से 5 लाख कितना है? 2.5 लाख. 2.5 लाख में 5% कितना है? 12,500. उतना रिपीट दे रहे वो लोग. That means if a person is paying tax under optional tax regime and if his total income does not exceed 5 lakh, his tax will become zero. And if a person is paying tax under default tax regime and if total income does not exceed 7 lakhs, again the tax is zero. Getting my point, my dear friends? Super duper important concept known as rebate. Which section? 87A. सबको क्लियर है? Everybody sir? चलो, please put the heading rebate under section 87A. Rebate under section 87A. Underline. Below right. In case of default tax regime, under section which section? 115 BAC. In case of default tax regime under section 115 BAC, comma, rebate under section 87A is allowed to a resident individual having total income not exceeding what beta? 7 lakhs. Then the rebate allowed is tax payable. Rebate allowed is tax payable or 25,000. Tax payable or 25,000, whichever is lower. Clear? Next point. In case of optional tax regime, comma, rebate under section 87A is allowed to a resident individual having total income not exceeding 5 lakhs. Full stop. Continue. Rebate under section 87A is equal to tax payable or what beta? 12,500. Clear? Everybody, friends? So write one question. Mr. Mahesh a resident individual is having gross total income of 6 lakhs. Full stop. Deductions allowed. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime is 50,000. कितना बेटा? 50,000. Full stop. Compute tax payable by making wise choice. Hmm? You are thinking so much, guys, and calculating so much also. Come on, guys, what is the answer? Optional. What is the question I gave? Tell me how much is gross total income? What is the deduction? 5 lakh. बंदे का नाम क्या है? Mahesh. Is he resident? Speak out. Now tell me, under optional, what is the tax you got? 23. Other side, under default, we'll calculate tax on and tax equal to 0. अरे समझे क्या? क्यों 0? Rebate under section 87A. Guys, everybody getting clarity on this point? Everyone, rebate concept is given with section 87A. In case of default tax regime, limit is 7 lakh. Optional tax regime limit is 5 lakh. Somebody is telling default का 15,000 टैक्स आ रहा ना सर. 15,000 आएगा पर रिबेट भी तो आएगा. रिबेट आके टैक्स 0 होना ना बेटा. Friends, please reply everybody. Are we getting clarity on this point, all of us? Come on, please reply everybody. पक्का सबको समझ में आया क्या? 100%. One more question. Mr. Rakesh. Mr. Rakesh. Non-resident. Mr. Rakesh, non-resident. Age 51. He's having gross total income of 6,50,000. Of 6,50,000. Next, deduction under chapter 6A. Deduction under chapter 6A is equal to 2 lakhs. Which is allowed. 2 lakh, which is allowed only under optional tax regime. First stop. Compute tax payable. Compute tax payable under optional tax regime. That tax. I asked question only to compute tax under what regime? Optional tax regime. Correct, my dear friends? What is total income under optional tax regime? And the tax is coming to. Why you have not taken rebate? Non-resident. Rebate concept is only and only for a resident individual. And in default tax regime, it is applicable when total income does not exceed 7 lakhs. And in optional tax regime, rebate is applicable when total income does not exceed 5 lakhs. Are we clear with this point, everybody? दोस्तों बताओ, सबको समझ में आ गया ये पॉइंट? Everybody? So which section is rebate? Applicable to whom? Resident individual whose total income does not exceed 7 lakhs in default, 5 lakhs in optional. Clear? Everybody? Last question for the day, right? Mr. Raviteja. Mr. Raviteja, a resident individual is having gross total income of 7 lakhs 10,000 or 7 lakh 10,000 full stop. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime. Deductions allowed under optional tax regime is equal to 1 lakh. Full stop. Compute tax payable under default tax regime. Do it. Done? चलो guys, बोलो बेटा क्या करें आप? 7 lakhs डिडक्शंस माइनस करेंगे क्या? क्यों? चलो इस पे टैक्स कितना आ रहा है आपको? इंक्लूडिंग रिबेट, including cess? Speak out. But there is one point here. Can we get rebate? No. Why? Rebate will come only when total income does not exceed 7 lakhs. But here it is 7 lakh 10,000. तो rebate नहीं आएगा. बराबर है ना बेटा? अब आप मुझे बताओ, what is the figure of tax before HEC? 26. बराबर है? Speak out. Now tell me guys, what would have been the tax? What would have been the tax? I repeat again. What would have been the tax if total income is just 7 lakh? Tax will be 0. बराबर है बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो, इनकम में कितना फर्क पड़ा, टैक्स में कितना फर्क पड़ रहा है? कितना नाइंसाफी है ये? 10,000 इनकम बढ़ने से 26,000 टैक्स बढ़ रहा है. उससे अच्छा 10,000 कमाओ मत. अरे करेक्ट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, स्पीक आउट सर. Law told in these kind of cases we will give a rebate under section 87A, and the rebate will be extra tax minus extra income. Extra tax कितना आया बोलो? 26,000. Extra income कितना है? So rebate what I'll get is, and the difference figure is, to this I will add that's it. Are we getting clarity on this point? Everybody sir, all of us, पक्का my dear friends. इनकम 10,000 बढ़ने से टैक्स 26,000 बढ़ा है, which is absolutely wrong. That's why they are giving some benefit like this. Are we clear? Everyone, take this answer. Friends, are we all clear with this concept? Everybody, do you understand this, my dear friends? Everyone, chalo guys, come on, tell me what is section 27, 29, 225A, 231, 234, section 3, section 87A. Rebate applicable only to a resident individual whose total income does not exceed 7 lakh in case of default, 5 lakh in case of optional. 288A, rounding off of income. 288B, rounding off of tax. 80TTA, interest on savings bank account. Deduction is interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. 80TTB, interest on any deposits, but applicable only to a resident senior citizen, where deduction is interest or 50,000, whichever is lower. Clear? Section 14, gross total income. How many heads of income are there? 5. What are those 5? Salaries, house property, PGBP, capital gains, other sources. Getting clarity, everybody? Pakka clear so far? Everyone? Done. Guys, today we'll stop here for the day. Actually, I've got severe cold, so I'm able to speak for longer time. So today we'll stop here for the day. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay? Friends? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Take care. See you all tomorrow.